Movie buffs, welcome back to the Movie Bay. This is D. In today's video, we're going to take a look at my Mark Wahlberg collection. Without further ado, let's dive in and take a look at some good films from Mark Wahlberg. George Clooney and Mark Wahlberg in The Perfect Storm. This movie is really good. It's solid. This is it for what it was, a movie about down on the luck fishing boat crew trying to get the big one. This was a good movie. It had a very sad ending. I enjoyed this movie, though. It was a good movie. George Clooney, Mark Wahlberg, they played their parts in this. This was a good movie. That's all I got to say. They played their parts in that. Here's another Mark Wahlberg movie. When I first saw this one, it caught me off guard because it was so damn good. I'll be honest with you. Shooter. Man, the ending, how he got his revenge on them at the end in that cabin. Man. And this movie also put me on to Pena. What's his name? Pena, the guy Pena. He's a good low-key background type actor, but he's good too. He was funny as shit in this. I liked it. Forget his first name, but his last name is Pena. I do like him. He's a good, talented actor. Funny as shit. Here's another one. Tyrese Gibson, Andre Benjamin or Andre Three Stacks, and Garrett Hoodlin. I didn't really know who he is. Still don't know who the hell he is. And Mark Wahlberg in Four Brothers. This movie is really good. I enjoyed it. It's not quite a banger, but it's a good movie. So far, none of these are bangers. Even though Shooter was good, it's not a banger. Here's one. Mark Wahlberg. This is a good one. Invincible. I particularly like this one because it's about Philly. You know, it's about the Eagles. I'm a Philly guy. Good movie though. It's based off of Vince Papale and what's his name? Dick Vermeil. Young Dick Vermeil, who was coaching the Eagles, and he recruited Vince Papale, who didn't have like really any kind of real experience. I don't think he played for his school or anything. Just a guy off the street. They had open tryouts, and he tried out and he won, and he had a little run. I think he played like maybe 2-3 seasons with the Eagles. You know, if that, maybe 1 or 2. Here's one one of my favorites, and this is a banger. And this is Chow Yun-Fat and Mark Wahlberg in The Corruptor. This is a banger right here. This is a good cop movie. This was good. I enjoyed it. Here's one, man. This is when if I'm not mistaken, help me out audience. Tell me if this was Wahlberg's first movie. I think it is, and man, it was a good movie. He was a crazy young man in this movie. Really, really emotionally not there. Fear. Man, this movie was good. If you like those type of movies, man, this is, for what this was, for like the subgenre of thrillers that it belonged to, or thrillers, for being in that little niche, this is a banger. Just for that alone. Good movie. Real good movie. He really shocked the shit out of me with his performance in that one because he did a phenomenal job. Max Payne, not so much. The Italian Job. Now, it's a little bit of sacrilege to say this, but I like this better than the original because I like the driving scenes, and both actually had great driving scenes, but just the pacing of this was better in my opinion. So I do like this one. Here's a movie that I like this one too. It's a nice Shyamalan movie. This is right around the time where he was weirding everybody out with some of his movies. He was making some weird movies. And he had some weird movies around this time. But this one was one that I could get behind. It's called The Happening. I dug it. I did. It's not a banger or anything like that. But I liked it. It kept me to the screen. And this one right here. And again, this wasn't his fault. I'm not going to blame him for this one. The movie, I just think, it was the wrong movie at the wrong time. And I just think I'm not going to say the movie was an absolute shit show. It wasn't. But this movie came at the wrong time and it could have just been better. And that's Planet of the Apes. This is the one and only of this. It did so poorly that they didn't even try to make this a trilogy. Matt Reeves came through and fixed that with his brilliant trilogy of Planet of the Apes. But this one a lot of people just call this an outright shit show. It's not really that. If you watch it, it's okay. It's entertaining. But when you compare this against any other Planet of the Apes movies, from the originals up to the Matt Reeves trilogy, it doesn't stack up in any way whatsoever. So I'm not going to say it's a shit show like some people did. It was okay. I would say that. And it's just, it could have been better, but like I said, it was the wrong movie at the wrong time. Joaquin Phoenix, Mark Wahlberg, Eva Mendes, and Robert Duvall. We Own the Night. Man, banger, banger, banger. This is a good movie right here. This is a good movie. I'm trying to tell you, this is a good movie right here. I like that one. This is when, to me, when Shia LaBeouf stepped down and they put Wahlberg into Transformers, that started the decline for me. I mean, because let's face it, like the human characters of the Witwickies in general, they were entertaining as hell on their own. So when they took the Witwickies away and you just got Wahlberg, I wasn't feeling it. And the last night, I mean, to me, they just started doing too much, and I'm glad they just said, we're going to leave that alone and reboot the whole thing. Age of Extinction. Man, phenomenal movie. The Departed. Man, can't say enough. Banger. Banger, banger, banger. Deepwater Horizon. This is part of a trilogy. And this one here this is a banger. This is a banger to me. Here's another one I thought was a banger. Patriots Day. This movie was incredibly good. And Lone Survivor. This was good. So all three of these is part of a trilogy that he did. Now, they're not interconnected stories, but he signed a deal with this director to do all three of these. So I will call these a trilogy. Same actor, same director, trilogy. Two Guns. Didn't care too much for this one. This is one of the Denzel movies, which is very few, that I didn't really care too much for. It wasn't bad. It's just, it wasn't a preference. Broken City. This movie with him and Russell Crowe. This was a good movie again. Not banger status, not banger, none of that. It's just an okay little movie. Mark Wahlberg, Christian Bale, and Amy Adams. The Fighter. Banger. Straight up. Three Kings, it was okay. It was all right. And another one that was just all right, Contraband. So he got some decent movies here. Again, his filmography is decent. It's not one of my favorites. There's several that we did before this that's just better. Like I said, his filmography is okay. So let's go ahead. Contraband, Three Kings, The Fighter, Broken City, and you know The Fighter, we'll go back to The Fighter real quick. It's Christian Bale, man. Christian Bale is one of those dudes where he elevates. You got some actors who are in a movie, and they will elevate the movie to a whole nother level. You can't say if they wasn't in the movie, because you wouldn't know if they wasn't in the movie, because it wouldn't have been the same movie. But Christian Bale is one of those guys where he just take all the performances that he's part of to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to dislike a movie with Christian Bale in it, because he's just that good of an actor, in my opinion. Some of you may not agree with that. Two Guns, Lone Survivor, Patriots Day. This movie was about, for those of you who don't know, the Boston bombing. The young guys used that pressure cooker bomb at that race. Deepwater Horizon. This really happened, based on a true story. The Departed. Transformers: Age of Extinction. Transformers: Last Night. We Own the Night. Planet of the Apes. The Happening. The Italian Job. Max Payne. Fear. Good movie. The Corruptor. Let me open this up. It felt heavy. What's in there? Okay. Invincible. Four Brothers. Shooter. The Perfect Storm. Out of all of these, my favorite Wahlberg performance, like Wahlberg by himself, is Fear. He did a good job in this movie. Straight up. He did a good job in several of these. He did a good job. If you want to talk about him doing a really, really good job, where you could like Invincible. He did a phenomenal job in this movie too. So that's everything, Mark Wahlberg. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Guys, I've been putting out polls, and a lot of you have been participating in the poll. I am, based off of the feedback I got on the latest poll that I did, I will be doing the end-of-year pickup video where I will show you everything I picked up in 2023. Not to be confused with what came out on physical in 2023. It's just going to be everything that I purchased in 2023. It's going to be a banger because there's over 400 titles, about 450 titles that I picked up over 2023. A lot of stuff. So it's going to be a long video. I might even do it in the form of a live stream so you guys can give me feedback and we can interact. I might do it as a standalone video, and I might do it as a live stream. Either way, we're going to be doing, and I'm going to try to do that. I'm still waiting on 2 more pickups to come in. Once they come in, I'm going to do my pickup video for Black Friday because I still got all my Black Friday stuff here that I want to show you guys. And then when I put that last video together, I'll start planning for the year-end pickup. It's going to be a banger, so stay tuned.